Hey beautiful Pisces, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to do your blood moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo reading. This is a little bit late. I'm so sorry, but better late than never. And it's happening, right now as we speak, or it just happened. And it's happening in your opposite. I'm hearing opposite attracts. I'm hearing in your opposite house, Pisces. Now, of course, this is for my Pisces rising and moon and Venus and sun, but the astrology, of course, is more applicable for the rising and sun. If you feel like you have another rising sign that resonates more, please make sure to check that out as well. And also, if you're new here, do remember to hit that subscription button and like it up. Likey. So I love you so much. Thank you for returning. Those of you who are returning, thank you for your patience. Let's get started. It's happening in your 7th house, my Pisces. So 7th house indicates partnerships. Now, there is something huge here that you're closing out in regards to partnerships. It could be, partnerships can be marriage. It can be that long-term stable relationship that you're looking for, that you're having already perhaps, or that you're, initiating yourself into. But Pisces, it can also be relationships in regards to partnerships in regards to work, who you're coupling up with in order for you to make the money that you want, in order for you to create projects that you're, longing to create or birthing out, There's several different ways. Also, I'm hearing co-parenting, if there's any partnerships there, any contracts in regards to leases, houses, that kind of stuff could be also important. Also karmic contracts I'm hearing, so make sure to cut some cords. This lunar eclipse, it's really good for you. Set your Pisces free even more, right? Good. Also, it's happening in 24 degrees of Virgo, which is our collective south node now. And you, my lovely Pisces, have our collective north node. So you'll be the example for the next year or so for the collective, which is the entire humanity, of how we want to evolve into the world. We want to be more free. We want to be more loose. We want to be more imaginative. We want to be more emotional. We want to set ourselves free by simply just being one with the flow, not going with the flow, but being the flow. That's a complete difference, and you know that, right? And also the capacity to go 2 different directions at the same time, which is crazy and mind-blowing. And I think a lot of people's minds are about to blow. Not in a physical level, of course, that would be crazy. Now, I've drank some coffee. As you can tell, I'm hyperactive. I took too much magnesium, and now I need to compensate. So there might be something there. There might be maybe you've been really, really slow and going really slow in your life, and now all of a sudden, out of this lunar eclipse, you're gonna be boom, bursting of inspiration, be really fast, a lot of energy, a lot of movement, a lot of things happening. Let's see, what else is there? So the collective south node, like I said, is in Virgo. It's all about the analytics. It's our 6th house, collective 6th house, which talks about daily rituals and routines. So this could have been a partnership or a connection that you've seen on a daily basis. Could be health related, could be a doctor, could be a lawyer connected to a doctor, I'm hearing as well. Something like that, that needs to change, or that is eclipsing out. Something is morphing, something's changing, something is leaving you, something new is coming in. Now, let's look at the tarot and see what and how it applies to you for this specific reading. All right, you guys? Cool. So what's happening from beautiful Pisces, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, and Venus? We got base chakra, which is the root chakra, which is all about where you belong, where you set your root, feeling safe, feeling held. And all of a sudden, when I'm saying base chakra, I'm feeling landing. And I'm hearing this not mayday landing, but a little bit like you're in an airplane. You've been up in the air, a little bit detached from earth, and now you're coming down, and you're coming down quickly. That might be why you also have a lot of energy, because now you feel more connected and anchored to the ground. Now, base chakra is all about our primal fears as well. Fear of death, fear of not belonging, fear of not connecting. That's a weird man in the window over there. Sorry. Not meaning to judge, I was just a little bit scared of the man in the window. Ooh, maybe, something is ghosting you from the past. Anyway, it's also about I'm hearing the First Amendment. I don't know what that comes from, but I'm hearing it's all about the First Amendment. So for some of you, that is applicable. If that resonates, let me know in the description, in the comment sections. I would love to hear you out. The First Amendment, what is that about? Maybe some of you guys could write that down. please, I would love to find out. Now, let's see what else is happening for my beautiful Pisces. Yeah, we got prosperity begins. So we got 1-1. And so you're definitely landing, you're definitely rooting, you're definitely grounding, and you're definitely growing, my loves. You're growing something stable, something long-term, something that will last for ages, for eons, for lifetimes. And this could be, you know, if you nurture it correctly with the right kind of love and nutrition, you will definitely be feeling that effect like long-term, like lifetimes. I'm also hearing that it's really important for you to ground right now. Ground your energy. Go out in nature, get in touch with your root, get in touch with your feet on the ground, and also the feet. Isn't it the feet and the head that is connected to Pisces, right? I think it's mainly the feet because we got the hangman, we got the feet, and Jesus and the feet. And you know what they do in India with the wise people? They touch their feet because the feet is the lowest part of the body and considered like, you know, the less valuable part. But with the wise people and the gurus, like even just bowing at somebody's feet, it recognizes like how extremely how much reverence and love you have for that person. So nurturing your feet, taking care of your feet is also some form of like really high form of self-love and self-connection and self-devotion, I'm hearing. So you need to connect your feet to the ground. That's what I'm hearing. Get your feet on the ground. Get your feet on the ground. Really root down and anchor, all right? Now let's see what's eclipsing out. What are you leaving behind, Pisces? Well, we got intuition, which is the high priestess, some kind of secrecy, some kind of meditative space. Maybe you've been in a very meditative space. You've been like very out, and I'm hearing in space. You've been in space. Maybe this is why you're landing and grounding and rooting now, because you've been like out and about in space. Let's see what else. What else? What else are you leaving behind? Maybe you've been also like in a very spiritual connection with somebody or some kind of partnership that has been very spiritual, and now, you know, you are leaving that behind. It's interesting because we have 2 cards here. We got patience as well. And this is all about growth as well. But it's almost like you've been praying for some kind of growth, and now it's actually happening. Woo, I'm feeling like, I'm about to sneeze. So yeah, I definitely think that you've been praying for some kind of growth. Now it's finally happening. I think you no longer need to pray. You no longer need to do the rituals. And it's interesting because they are both having their, you know, eyes down or closed. So it's a very inward energy that you're leaving behind. It's a major transition that you've been in, I'm hearing. You've been doing a lot of inward journeying, a lot of dreaming, a lot of dream space. Also, you might have been keeping quiet about this. You might have not been telling a lot of people about this, your like plans. Let me just find out what this patience is equivalent to. He has a temperance card. So there is a higher evolution. There is a spiritual growth that has been happening. But I feel like you've been doing the spiritual work now. And because you are in the collective North Node, it means that you're a little bit ahead of time. So we need you as an example. That's why you are now rooting and anchoring that spiritual knowledge into the ground and into the earth. I feel like you're also giving back to the earth. Maybe you're planting your, you know, spiritual seeds into the earth, actually, which is awesome. Now, what is coming in for you guys? What is coming in for my beautiful Pisces? Patience of planning. Scorpio had that too. You came up a lot in Scorpio's reading. Maybe you want to watch that, or maybe you don't. To be honest, we got the awareness card, which is a Fool card. No, wait, it's not the Fool card. It's the Magician, actually. All right, so I think in order for you to get this actual growth, in order for you to like anchor that into the root and for it to grow like it needs to on a permanent plane, I'm hearing, there is a need for you to apply those spiritual awarenesses, spiritual knowledge that you've learned in the past that you're now leaving behind into the physical realm by patience and planning. And so you need to be notorious on how you plan ahead. You need to be making sure that you're doing it correctly. And I'm hearing, because, you know, this is the 7 of Pentacles, If there's something that hasn't been working in the past, you don't want to repeat that. You want to make a new plan, a fresh plan. I'm hearing scratch that. So maybe you do want to scratch that old plan and make a new plan. Maybe if you had a plan like between 14 to 2 years ago, I'm hearing, so that's a long-term plan. Maybe you want to revamp the plan. Also, I'm hearing revamp the plan. All right, so patience and planning is coming in. And also, of course, you know, there will be different seasons in life. And I think that what you're planning is something that will last for these seasons. I'm hearing all 4 seasons, all 4 seasons. Interesting. What else is coming in from my beautiful Pisces? Rejoice and celebration. So yeah, meanwhile you're being patient, and meanwhile you're planning, you're definitely getting the opportunity to rejoice and celebrate that which is to come and how far you've already gotten. I feel also like a little bit like manifestation tools, like manifestation awareness, like celebrate as if it's already here. You know, be in that mode where you're like, yeah, you know, now I've seen it internally. Now I've meditated upon it. I've seen it happen in my inner vision. I'm leaving that behind. I'm moving into the physical reality. I'm grounding. I'm putting down those seeds, and they're actually growing now, as you can see. And so what's happening now is that now I get to celebrate that they're coming. It is to come. I'm hearing almost like, you know, when you're pregnant, some of you haven't been pregnant or haven't had a baby, but I'm just saying, like, when you get the news of having a baby, the baby isn't there yet, you know, and some people, they want to wait a little bit until they actually tell the news and celebrate because they want to feel sure that, you know, it's safe, like the baby's safe. I feel like what's happening for you now is that whatever news you've gotten in the past that might be happening, or whatever recognition you've gotten in your meditation as something will come to play, you might have not been sharing that with the world or even admitting it to yourself, but now you are, because now you feel like it's landed, it's in the ground. It is like it's locked in. I'm hearing it's locked in, it's safe, the key is stored in your heart, it's safe, it's good to go. Now you can plan ahead. Now you can see it manifest, because the awareness is also about the magician knowing how to manifest, right? It's the ultimate manifestation power, and celebrating as if it's already here, because you can feel it even though you cannot touch it. You can see it even though it's not already here. Just better believe it, right? Better believe it. Cool. Is there anything else that Pisces need to know to leave behind? What else are they leaving behind? Something else they need to know how to leave behind. I'm hearing, nope, that's it. Let's see. Yeah, wisdom. So also, if you were connected to, like I said, it was all about partnerships. This is the Hierophant. So it could be like maybe you were committed to some sort of marriage, something that you're leaving behind. I feel like it's changing. I feel like it's definitely in relationship to spiritual commitment. I don't feel like this is a partnership that is love-based. Like, of course it's love-based, but, you know, not romantic. I feel like you've been devoted to some kind of spiritual path before, and now you're super focused on your material path and manifesting that. I can't help but like think about one of my best friends, and she's probably watching this. She's like my best supporter all time. I love you so much, Chelsea. Hey. Just sorry for name dropping, just wanted to name drop, because this is also talking so much about what she's been going through, and I love it. Not to say anything like, I'm sorry if I put you out there, I hope I didn't, but anyway, and I know a lot of Piscean people who are actually in this motion too, like they've been in the spiritual learning or learning curve. They've been devoted to that kind of spirituality, and now they're like, well, let's get into the money part. Let's actually manifest some cash. Let's actually manifest, you know, that house, that car, that future, you know, whatever it is, right? And let's rejoice and celebrate that it is coming, all right? And even, like, I would say even my stepdad, like, he's also Pisces, like, he's not a spiritual person at all, but I love Pisces because Pisces can be super aware and super spiritual, even though they don't think they are, which is cool. And I would say very admirable, but it's like I can see him now, like he has been like out and about, like very expansive, like doing all these different kind of projects that were like he's old, right? He's like on the fall of his lifetime, but he has done so much that has been like for others, devoting himself to others, devoting himself to his family, devoting himself to some kind of growth and like learning and all of that. And now, you know, he's finally like wrapping it up and putting all his eggs in his own basket, so to say, to manifest that kind of calm and stability that he probably hasn't had in his own lifetime either. So I think, you know, Pisces, this is something that relates to you a lot. And I say, congratulations. Big congratulations. And you know what, Chelsea, if this, you know, was a little bit too much about you, let me know and I'll take the video down and I'll just redo a video. Anyway, let's see what the Sacred Space Prayer Cards wants to say. This is an advice from a very own self-made deck. If you want to support this deck, make sure to click the link in the description box. There is a Kickstarter campaign, which means it's a crowdfunding. So this is not yet publicized. This is not yet pressed. Please help me out. I do need all the help I can get. To get your very own deck, all you need to do is go online, click the link, make a pledge for the actual deck or more if you want. And when we reach 100%, you'll get the deck. All right, you guys. Now let's see, what is the advice from a beautiful Pisces? Woo! You got Mirror. Interesting. So it's almost like the world wants to tell you that everything that's happening right now is a mirror effect of who you are. And usually this card indicates, you know, and I'm also hearing, listen to the longing of your heart. I love this card. If there is something in your life that, okay, so what I'm hearing is that usually the mirror effect is about, you know, you might have been with somebody or something that has been mirroring you for the good and for the bad, sharing, you know, insights about yourself in order for you to heal and learn about yourself. That could be the case too, of course. But also what I'm feeling is that instead of being the victim of your circumstances, what I feel now is that you're the winner of your circumstances. And Pisces, whatever good is happening, you need to recognize that this is because all of the work that you've done spiritually, like you've done a lot of work internally. And the reason for why all of this good stuff is happening right now is because of this mirror effect. The world is mirroring you. And maybe you're a mirror to other people as well. That could be it too. Now let's read the mantra for this so you can get that manifestation on. It's number 13. The mantra says, I choose to mirror myself with truth, love, and integrity, and I open up to see and witness the beauty and grace that I am, flaws and all. Beautiful. Let's say it again. I choose to mirror myself with truth, love, and integrity, and I open up to see and witness the beauty and grace that I am, flaws and all. Yes. That's a very anchored and grounded way to see yourself, and I think that's very beautiful and fearless because of the base chakra and prosperity begins. I think you've cleared a lot of fears in regards to who you are at a human level, not only a spiritual level, but a human level. So congratulations to you, my loves. Have a beautiful full moon eclipse and continuation of that. I'll see you soon. Bye.